Hey guys, I just wanted to walk you through a couple of things regarding the study guide for the first midterm that you guys will be taking online. Uh, I normally do this in class, but we can't, so I'm going to do this virtually. So, under modules, you should know this, is where you'll find the study guide under the Chapter 5 module, and you just click on the link here, and that'll take you to a page where you can view it inside Canvas, which you're welcome to do. You can see everything in there. Or you click on the link here and it'll download for you as a Word document. Then you can open it up. And this is what I prefer to do because then I have it as a Word document and you can go in and, like change things around, make your notes, whatever. So this is your study guide. And you're going to see that it's broken down chapter by chapter. So, and then also broken down by type of questions. So we have multiple choice questions listed first, and then chapter by chapter, what you need to be focusing on for studying. Then there are a couple of other things that are mentioned to study. So, short answer, fill in the blank questions. This is an actual question that will be on the exam, so be able to explain the roles of the outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear in the process of hearing. And then it says to review handout classical conditioning 5.1 or 5-1. I'm actually taking this off of the exam. It was extra credit anyway, but it is a little too complicated to put into the exam on Canvas. So you do not have to study that. So I'm actually going to just delete that. And then you do want to review all of the quizzes. All the quiz keys can also be found under the modules tab. So going back for just a second, back to modules on Canvas. You'll see all the quiz keys under their respective chapters. So download those too and study those questions because those questions will be on the exam but are not here on the study guide. Okay, and then essay questions. These are the exact essay questions that are on the exam, and you have to answer 2 out of the 4 to get your full 100 points for the exam, but you can answer a third if you would like to for extra credit, for 10 points of extra credit. So I recommend that you answer at least 3 to try for the extra credit. Don't answer 4 because if you answer all 4, I'm just going to be grading them in order. So I'll just grade the first 3. And even if you did better on that fourth one, whatever you get on the first 3 is what you'll be getting points for. Okay, going back to the multiple choice section, there are a couple of things in each chapter that say, like, know the definition, be able to recognize. These are the things you want to go look up in the slides or in the textbook. And then there are some notes that say, okay, so recognize correlational, descriptive, and experimental as types of research. Just know that. Don't go look anything up. Just know that these are all types of research. Another example in chapter 2, know that the nervous system is made up of the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and the autonomic nervous system. Just know that. You don't have to look anything up. So some of these you have to go find the answers to, and then others you need to just know that information and be able to recognize the correct answer in the multiple choice section. Okay, then studying for the essay questions, this is where you need to really get more specific. Make sure that you're answering all parts of the question. So, for example, with essay question number 1, explain the experimental research design. 1, why do we use this research design? And then 2, specifically define all of these terms. So a good answer for this one is we use this research design because it's the only way we can determine a cause and effect relationship. And then you're going to go and specifically define all of these other variables. Look for those definitions. Now, these are not classic essay questions, so you don't have to have a thesis topic or statement, and then, I'm not grading you on spelling or grammar, anything like that. I just want to see that you know the answers to the questions. That's all that I care about. In the questions where it says compare and contrast, make sure you're telling me how these things are similar and how they're different. Again, answer all parts of the question. For question number 2, what part of the brain is damaged and how specifically is speech affected? In question number 3, tell me how these two theories are similar. Tell me how they're different. Make sure you talk about content of the dreams. What does the content represent? And then for positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, this is the question on operant conditioning. So this is Skinner's theory of operant conditioning. And this is what we talked about in class. So go check those slides out. Okay, so that's about it as far as what you need to know for the midterm exam. This is all being done online, so it's really just about making sure you can recognize the right answers, and being prepared to submit the answers for your fill in the blanks and your essay questions. So, if you follow this study guide and the quizzes very well, then you should really have no problem completing the exam. Do keep in mind, however, that it is a timed exam. So you have a specific amount of time, an hour and a half, 90 minutes, to complete it. So that means from the second you hit start, you've only got that time to submit everything. And after that time is up, you can't submit anything else. So please be mindful of that before you start. Make sure you're in a place where you have access to internet, where you're not going to be interrupted, and you have enough time to be able to get everything entered. Okay, that's about it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out through the Q&A forum. Please make sure if you have any accommodations, you're letting me know 1 week in advance. And that's about it. All right, good luck.